You do realize that you're asking me to look at a cold-blooded killer, a man who I believe to be guilty objectively.
Yes, that is what I'm asking.
I'll do it. The first thing you're gonna do is look at the victims objectively.
The victims? I'm trying to get James Ball off death row, not bring more evidence to light that's going to prove he's guilty.
I know. And that's why you're looking at the victims. If it was random people who happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time, then Bar's guilty. But if we can find some sort of connection, a motive behind the victims, then we can prove his innocence.
Mind if I share your seat? I'm Sandy.
That's nice.
What's your name?
Bradley Smith.
You don't look like a Bradley.
What do I look like?
I don't know, just not a Bradley. So are you new in town?
Usually.
It's kind of cold out here. Do you maybe want to go someplace warmer? I've got a car.
Or even old enough to drive.
I'm old enough to do a lot of things.
I'm sorry, Sandy, but I'm on a budget.
What?
I can't afford you.
I'm not a hooker.
Well, then I really can't afford you.
I'm serious. I work at the auto parts store.
What I mean is, the cheapest woman tends to be the one that you pay for.
I'm not a hooker.
What's this?
He called me a whore.
Is that true?
No one said anything about a whore. She inferred hooker, but I meant slut.
Hey, that's our sister.
Is she a good kisser?
Hey, get up now. Let's see if your bite is as big as your buck.
Take her home first.
I'll take her home as soon as I'm done with you.
You won't be able to.
You think?
All the time. You should try it.
Oh, that's a great job. But I'm gonna beat you up. Now get up. Stay here, Sandy.
Why? I'm not afraid of the sight of blood.
Well, I guess that means you're not pregnant anymore.
Still think you're funny now?
Shut up, Sandy.
No one is talking to you.
That's your last chance to walk away. Well, I'll take out the leader, which is you. And then I have to contend with 1 or 2 enthusiastic wingmen. And the other 2 always run.
So you, huh? Done this before?
It's getting late. Just remember, you asked for this. Really? Who hired you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Who hired you?
Jeb said that I needed to seduce you. He said that you were perverts and it was an easy way to make 100 rand.
Why don't you say no?
Because when Jeb tells you to do something, you do it.
And who hired Jeb?
I don't know. I don't know why Jeb told us to do this.
Do you have money?
A little. Why?
Get out of town for a few weeks.
Why?
Just get out of town.
Wait! Who are you? Who are you really?
I'm a person who just wants to be left alone.
Who's with you, huh? It's him, isn't it? I ain't seeing you, man.
Relax. What happened?
Boss attorney hired an investigator.
Who?
Lipa. He was at the park today and I was there watching him. It's almost as if he knew something. You said we don't like people asking questions.
No, we shouldn't.
So I took steps.
You took steps?
Local people, my guys.
And they blew back on you.
I figured 5 guys would do it.
This franchise was yours to manage, that's all. Maintenance is our thing. You understand?
Yeah, I understand, but I couldn't reach you.
Well, that's how this works.
I had to make a decision.
These guys, I want their names.
They're in the file.
Do these guys even know who you are?
Just one, but I took care of it.
You... Where's the body?
Distributed. Relax. No one's gonna find it.
Suppose we want it found.
Why would you want it found?
Because we have a way of doing things so that they stay done, clean. A missing person isn't clean.
Whatever, man. You just had to kill 1 person, but instead you killed 4. And that other guy, you just left him there in his kitchen for the police to find. You call that clean?
I call it done. They're looking at the shooter, not the target. And Cross, I did that to make sure Lipa stays out of this.
Well, it didn't work. Lipa's involved. Oh, freak.
You make it messy now so we don't get messy later. And we don't leave questions unanswered, ever.
Okay. I made a mistake. Tell me how to fix this.
Open your eyes.
No, I ain't seeing you.
Makes no difference.
Okay, I made a mistake. But I can fix this. Tell me how to
To
fix it.
survive, you do not say fix it, because you can't. You covered up one mess and you made another.
You know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. Just tell me what to do. Tell me how to fix this.
When I was in prison in the gold mines, we were working on the ground. With no food, no sunshine, only darkness. The wood was weak due to the termites eating it all away. Eventually it collapsed. My arm was stuck under the debris for weeks. No one came to help me. The only thing that I had in my pocket was a knife. I realized I had two choices, to die or to cut off my arm. That's how I survived and so many didn't. So show me you'll do anything to survive.
I don't understand.
The fingers from your left hand.
You've got a knife?
No, bite them off.
Come on, man, you've got to be kidding.
You can do it.
I can't.
So what do we do about the sleeper?
What you always do.
You're working for me. Do you understand that? That means that everything you do is a reflection on my firm and on me.
I was set up. There was this girl. She came on to me, picked a fight, and her 5 brothers got involved. She got thrown when I told her my name.
Was she expecting Rocky Balboa?
She wasn't expecting Bradley Smith. Look, she wanted to hear Jack Leaper. She knew who I was. And those 5 guys were her brothers. Come on, man. Someone sent those boys to put me down.
Who?
I have an idea. How was your day?
It was awful. And on top of that, I found no connection between any of the victims.
So what did you learn?
Rita Lewis worked as a cleaning lady and worked at a house near the park. She was usually late for work, but she had a good reason. Since her brother was 9 years old, she had to personally drop him at school to make sure he went. But her dedication had paid off as her brother became an honor student. As a reward for all his hard work, Rita was taking him to his first Chiefs Pirate match. She was on her way to pick up the tickets that afternoon. Nancy Holtz. Last words to her husband were a lie. She told her husband she was taking her car in for service, but in fact she was headed to the mall. She told the shop cashier that she did not want the purchase showing up on her credit card because she wanted to surprise her husband for their 10th wedding anniversary. Oline Archer never liked her husband's construction business, even after helping him build it from scratch. So it came as a relief to her when her husband's falling health would force her to sell it to the competition. Her husband had given his life to the company, but now that it was hers, she couldn't bring herself to let it go. She was on her way to secure a loan that day so that she could keep the business she had always hated. Darren Taylor was an investment broker. His wife said he had grown increasingly distant. She can't remember their last words to one another. All she knows is they weren't kind. Darren's body was found next to a bouquet of fresh roses that morning, and his wife takes comfort in knowing that in his last moments, he was probably thinking of her. You want me to say you're right? You want me to say that James Boss should die? Maybe he should.
No, I mean, what did you learn about the victims?
What more do you want? They were 4 innocent people murdered at random.
No, it wasn't random.
What else would you call it then?
Take Nancy and Darren for instance. The odds were they were having an affair.
What?
Why would anyone buy roses for their wife on the way to work? You buy them on your way home. And why was Nancy so worried about a charge that would reflect on the credit card on the weekend of the anniversary? Unless it was a gift she was trying to hide. That's why Nancy stood still while everyone ran.
You can't prove that.
It wouldn't be hard. Cell phone, emails.
What is your point exactly?
My point is that 2 of the victims were not there by chance.
What does any of this prove? So what? 2 of the people that were shot were having an affair. That doesn't change anything.
James Barr is a sniper. Not the best, not the worst. But he trained for 2 years non-stop. And what do you think that type of training does to a person? It makes people who aren't so smart seem smart by beating tactical awareness into them. 99% of the evidence your father had against Barr didn't exist in Iraq. And it wasn't because Barr was smart, it's because he had trained. From the side of the park, where the shooter was shooting from, the sun would have been in his eyes, and the targets were moving left and right. It's difficult shooting conditions for any sniper. In Iraq, however, the sun was behind Barr, and the targets were in single file. That's suitable conditions for even an average sniper. The exact same conditions you would have had on the other side of the park. Now, I'm not saying that he couldn't have killed those people from the west side of the park, but that he wouldn't have.
So you're saying he's crazy?
No. Any single piece of evidence I would buy, but all of it, it was such a great crime scene. But no one ever thought that maybe it was too great. And how did one of those bullets fall out the car? I mean, he fired from inside the van. It's as if someone planted that out there. James Barr, an average shooter, shooting in poor conditions, and doesn't miss, not even one. Barr was incapable of such perfection.
Okay, so maybe he got lucky.
I would have been willing to accept that, until those 5 guys took a run at me. Whoever sent them made a mistake. Someone got nervous and tried to run me off. They tried to put me in a coma right next to the scapegoat. That's why Barr asked for me, because he knew that I was the only one who could pick up that this investigation was made too easy.
Wait. Are you suggesting
James Barr is innocent.
you've got no proof? They won't accept this. There's too much evidence against Barr. What's this?
There was a car that was following me today. How long will it take you to run plates?
I don't know. About an hour?
Do it.
When? No, this is my problem now. I'll handle it.
Yeah?
Your cover's been blown. They're running the plates.
So must I do it?
Yes.
Done.
Yeah. Give it to me. Okay, got it. Thanks. The car is registered to a company named Scribes Enterprises. What are you doing? What are you looking for?
Conspiracy to kill 4 random people. Ridiculous.
3. 3 random people to hide one specific target.
Someone needed Olene Archer's company, and she would